Hey everyone and welcome. The propaganda is rife, isn't it, in regards to the proxy war, the phony war, the extended war, the money pit war that is Ukraine-Russia.
The core is one, and I can behold the tide.
And it's everywhere, it's pervasive, isn't it? It's in everything. You must care about Ukraine and you must hate the Russians. All of them. Doesn't matter if it's Putin or not. Well, it seems that NATO are cracking at the seams now. And this has been confirmed by an ambassador, a German ambassador, on Sky News, as he said, effectively, that NATO have run out of weapons and ammunition. Have a listen to this, everyone.
I imagine that what Ben Wallace wanted to say is that we all, and I think it's something UK is facing the same way as Germany, we don't have enough ammunition in our stocks to continue to deliver without new industrial production. And this has been part of the discussions in NATO, and we have now very clear commitments.
The problem with increasing industrialization for weapon production, everyone, is that they've systematically removed industrialisation out of everyone's nation, haven't they? Backfired a bit, hasn't it?
On strengthening industrial production so that we are able to deliver the necessary weapons and ammunition.
To continue this war forever. Because, you know, it's a great way to launder your money, your taxes, fund Ukraine.
And I think also that we are...
And that's because basically...
Yes.
Other countries in NATO might be running out, or
yes.
Our
Stocks are limited, and I think that's what he wanted to say. Our stocks are limited, and we need to make sure that the Russians also see that we produce more ammunition and send more weapons than Russia can produce.
How exactly are you going to do that? Go on, I'd like to hear your response. Let's have a listen.
Because only if Putin understands that he cannot win this war by waiting or playing on time, then things might start to change.
Let me just say this, everyone. Europe is very metal restricted, shall we say, whereas Russia is practically self-sufficient. We have to fly all over the world and make deals all over the world to be able to increase our industrial military production. Russia doesn't. And yet this idiot thinks, or is trying to tell you, that NATO can prove that we can do it better. Absolute joke.
Just finally, talking about other global issues, we're expecting to hear a bit of a strategy on China from Germany in the coming days. Has there been a shift in the German position on China, do you think?
China are also very close to self-sufficiency. Seems to be a running trend, doesn't it?
Yes, it has. And I would say the lesson we have learned from Russia's war of aggression is that we need to be more resilient. We have to reduce over-dependencies. If you look at semiconductors, if you look at rare earths for energy transition, 90% come from China. So we will not be successful if we don't reduce our over-dependency. And regrettably, we have seen a China policy which is becoming more and more assertive, aggressive, and we have to react to that.
So after Russia, they're going to move on to China. And why is that? Well, it's because they've allowed China to undercut everybody, because of regulations, obviously. And now all of our industry is actually in China. All of our tech is made in China. All of our ingredients to make tech is in China. See, this is globalism, isn't it, everyone? And it's coming back to bite them in the backside now, isn't it? Because now they've realised that Russia are quite capable of defending themselves against us because we're interconnected with each other, and because of that, all of these trades between each other to make these things that they're trying to prove that we can do better than Russia would have to be negotiated by bureaucrats. And we've seen how that goes, haven't we? Look at EU.
But let me say this China strategy will be published, but I'm pretty sure that we are more or less on the same line as the British government on China.
Which basically means scared stiff. Am I wrong? It's quite concerning, isn't it, when they're pushing us towards a war, knowing that they haven't got the equipment or the ammunition to fight it. I won't be fighting for NATO, I'll tell you that much for nothing. Stay sane, I'll see you on the next one.